Romancing the Dungeon is a softcore D&D podcast about heroes navigating their daily lives while looking for love in a world full of peril, monsters, and heartbreakers. This show is intended for mature audiences, as it contains adult themes, the best kind, but not the softcore thirst. Oh, what's the point? Content warnings for specific episodes can be found in the episode description. So, my bad, but I didn't listen to the last episode. Could somebody catch me up?
Overhead, there's a explosive blast.
Listen, I know you're not happy with the solution, but either we stay here and everyone dies, or we start moving into the village unless you have a better idea.
I don't. I simply asked that we figure out what we would do when we get there.
We can figure that out when we get there. If we wait any longer, they will get to us.
Clodagh.
I'll be right behind you.
Don't hang back too long, okay?
Where are we going?
He has to talk to you.
Who?
Kappa. Whispered song. You have no more time. What is going on?
I cast Dispel Magic on Ragnar. Are you the tarot?
You can call me Temperance. But since I'm going to kill you, I guess it doesn't really matter. Roll for initiative.
Are you lonely, miserable, or just plain horny? Well, you've taken the first step to solving your problems, at least your dating ones. Welcome to D8, devoted, desired, dreamy or dirty. Dapper dates for dejected daters. My name is Roz Grapers, founder, CEO, and love wizard. And are you excited for love? Well, strap in and on, because we're throwing out the trash in our D8 services clearance sale. We've got exes, misconnections, and overbearing Klingons, all priced to go. Say goodbye to loneliness and hello to bargains. Hurry up, these deals won't last forever, just like most of your past relationships. What's your hidden talent?
I am oddly good at picking stuff up with my toes. Here, look, drop your quill, I'll show you.
Oh, God, put your boots back on.
So I'm going to request that.
I'm so sorry. We just need to actually sanitize the recording space. So sorry.
Okay. I mean, I don't really know if it's appropriate to say. I suppose I'm just trying to show who I am. Yeah, so I can tie a cherry stem with my...
Show me.
And then that's what you beep.
I learned how to play a blade of grass when I lived in the Grove.
Oh my God.
But we all went to theatre school, okay?
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard. You weren't even in the tree.
Before I answer, and sorry to this kind of...
No, it's okay. You can talk about your...
Okay. You know more than I know. I'm just... this lives in a liminal space. I don't know. You gave me this character sheet. What are my hidden talents? I've got so many things that are happening to me. Who am I?
Quite the performer, is that right? Huh? Who knew the guy was an actor? There's a heavy tension that presses here in this cavernous chamber. The sound of water cascading overhead and spilling into the well below fills the silence with this rhythmic, fast-paced drum beat. The walls around you are slick with wet and a layer of dust that seems to coat from centuries of decay. There's an aroma of damp that lingers in the air, but for all of you, your eyes are drawn to the center of this room. and downwards. You watch as the swirly, the well stirs and churns violently. This viscous slurry of death, bones, ooze, just sort of swirling all around. Floating just above the edge of the well, Brother Ragnar of the Moon's Shadow. His gaze pierces yours. The look in his eyes is cold and calculating. There is the tiniest curl of a smile on his face. You see his whiskers sort of twitch. You have arisen to nothing. Failed heroes. Your bodies will be piled upon all the others, and you'll simply be remembered as thorns in my side, in the side of the tarot. And the smile widens, and he seems to sort of drift forward. You never really understood the game. Any of you. You've been playing at heroes, meddling in things far beyond your grasp. But now all of that comes to an end, and any shred of usefulness that you could have brought, discarded. His hands move and you see his eyes flicker, and the sludge underneath his feet bubbles violently. Roll for initiative.
Got 2 natural 20s in a row.
Just nat 20 plus.
Plus 4, 24.
So 24. So I even get higher than 24.
20.
20?
Unnatural.
10.
Yeah, so AJ, you have a free action, and then you, as in one free action, and then you take your turn as normal.
Okay.
And he is standing, like he's now having, you watch, it's that thing of this giant blob of gunk and bone and rot kind of flops over the edge, and where he had been standing on the water, he kind of surges forward, and he's now standing in front of the well, kind of looking towards ye at the stairwell. So kind of about 35, 40 feet from ye, and it's your row.
You know what would be really useful right now?
A bow.
Yeah.
I thought it was attached to you.
No, well, I buried it in the ground in Galeshire somewhere. I suppose I'll use my free action to close the distance.
Okay.
Is he kind of slightly up, raised, elevated out of the water?
No, he came up out of it and then moved forward and is
Yeah.
now on the edge of the well. Running down the stairs past Ivan and Nate. It's your turn. Next, it's that using the rest of the movement to close in on top of Ragnar. Yeah. Okay. Ragnar and for the record, this thing is known as an Elder Obelix. This oozing violent thing. There's about 10 feet between them, so you don't provoke an attack of opportunity from it by moving past him. But it does kind of flop a little bit kind of towards you. It knows you're there in its space. You can...
I close the distance, take out my little training sword that I got from the castle. It's like level 1, little wooden weapon. And I
That
attack
was
him.
a really good time to decide that your character needs something new going on for sure. Yeah.
My thinking was the most identifiable part of AJ being his bow could be used to locate object and
Yeah.
track.
Oh, yeah.
So I was trying to clear my tracks.
Yeah. So we pulled a sword off a suit of armor in the hallway.
A
And
random suit of armor.
And it was wood?
No, I'm making a joke that like it's the beginner sword that I have. All right, I attack him.
Kapow.
Does a 18 or 27 hit?
both hit.
Nice. AJ takes out his sword and attacks twice. And a rage that has never been within him before fills him. And he finds, for the first time in his life, the ability to attack a third time.
Oh.
Does a 17 hit?
17 hits.
Nice. Oh. That is 7 and 11 is 18 plus 9 is 27.
AJ just bursts past you, Nate. Fester, he almost kind of shoves you half out of the way as he crashes down the staircase, races past the Elder Oblex, and again almost barrels into Ragnar. And with that, drawing out your short sword.
It's sort of like a training katana thing.
Okay.
I think the way the art is, it's like it doesn't have like a... Yeah.
Okay, drawing out his sword.
Yeah.
I'll just go with that because it's kind of
it's a sword.
nondescript.
Ultimately, nobody cares. So.
Yeah.
It's not a bow.
Yeah. People don't listen to shows for flavor. They want cold, hard facts.
Just slashes it across Ragnar, brings it straight up into his shoulder and then down his front. Just these 3 deep wounds, and it looks as if the tabaxi has been split in half. So deep does AJ's blade cut through. It's not skin. It's not bone. Ragnar splits in 2.
Oh, fuck.
As you see him just, again, literally almost fall into pieces. And there's now 2 of him. And he just, again, you see this wiry cat smile on his face. And they both kind of roll their bones.
This is how people end up with 6 cats.
Bonus action?
Nothing that is...
Okay. It is Hephaest. You see Ragnar just, with AJ's blade kind of cutting through him, fall in 2.
Are they 2 smaller Ragnars?
Nope, they're the exact same size.
In a very similar way, I think this is a rage in Hephaest that she's used to, but also maybe hasn't felt in a while. Like this is something that used to come naturally to her and has kind of faded away. And AJ's quite close to the Ragnars, is he?
Yeah, he's on top
right
of
on
both
him.
of them, yeah.
Much like the Gregs.
She's going to throw a chromatic orb at the goo that's sloshing around. So that is so it's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
That is 32 damage and a 10 on the swirling emotions.
What's the
Type of damage? We'll go lightning.
Okay. It's that thing of like, no, you can't focus on the 2 Ragnars and AJ. That's AJ's thing to deal with. You feel this kind of panic kind of rush into you. There's 2 of them. There's 2 of these pricks. And then it's the Oblex. At least if I can stop that, AJ and Nate can take on. And you turn, holding your hand up, and just lightning crackling around the ends of it. It spins faster and faster, and then there is just this crackling ball of lightning in your hand, and it blasts forward. It wallops into the Oblex, and you see its entire form just as electricity courses through it. It shifts and spikes and lurches, and its form hardens as just these chunks of, not even kind of spikes, just jagged edges just erupt out of it, and it wobbles back into its shape. And emerging out of it, looking pained, looking torn, you see Kyle's face. Give me another roll on the swirling emotions.
Oh. 14.
The guilt, is that what that is? The fear, the hurt. You push it. You don't push it down. You push it away. It is, so that was your action, bonus action?
No, not yet.
Okay. And it is Ragnar. One holds his hand up, the new Ragnar, as he casts a spiritual weapon. And a large scythe just cuts through the air, wisping past you, Nate. Like it's something like it lurches and then hovers just in front of you, and it goes to swing at you.
Try me.
I mean, I am 27 to hit.
Yeah.
For 14 damage. As the scythe just. Again, it's just this wisp of dark green and burning yellow light as it just slashes down into you. The original Ragnar, you think, AJ, he gets really, really close to you, and you can feel kind of like the heat off of him as he casts Inflict Wounds on you. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
A dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Meets it, beats it. No need. There's no point in casting shield. So you do hit.
Take 23 necrotic damage.
23? Oof, how dare you?
You feel just his hand touch you, and just these cuts rip and slash into you, up along into your shoulder, at your neck, just stopping below your chin as he kind of half shunts you back at that moment. The Obelix, sensing you, Hephaest, and what you just did, it just kind of bowls over itself. You see it kind of flatten on the ground, and then it kind of surges forward. It just has the movement to reach you, and a large, like tentacle-like arm just kind of like flits up out into the air and swipes at you for a 13 to hit.
Nope.
It smashes in, it hits the wall behind you, and just a large chunk of it is taken out. You see the kind of the tentacle-like arm just like wobble back and whip violently, and it is sucked back into the Obelix. Nate.
Right. Can I see over the sort of the precipice down where like Ragnar and the swirly whirly was?
You were kind of say you're at the top of the staircase.
Yeah.
So you can see the two Ragnars. You see AJ on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Obelix is now on top of, or is in Hephaest's space. That's only about 15 feet from you. The two Ragnars and AJ are 30 feet away and 20 feet down.
Okay. So where I'm gonna make a big move here.
Big moves from Nate.
I mean, it's one of my go-tos.
Knock.
Let me in that door. Out of here. Shatter has a 60-foot range, and stone just explodes with it. So I'm going to in a 10-foot sphere. So I want to center the point of shatter between the two Ragnars.
They have to do a dex save, right?
Con save.
Oh.
Con save of 17.
Are you sure it's not a dex save?
Yeah.
Con save of what?
17.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, yeah, I've stuck with ways to G-level all of you. I don't like this high-end playing. I'm not comfortable with it. That's why I make disgusting weird monsters for you to fight me. Okay, so 16 for the first Ragnar. So both Ragnars fail.
Okay, they both fail. So 21 points of damage for each of them.
Okay.
And also, does that affect the spiritual weapon that was cast? Because
He needs to make a con save.
Okay.
11. So it just, the scythe is still up. Like, fuck. I need something to maim you all. There is just this, there's a moment where you just see you all, like you all hear it, then it's gone. The water, above the waterfall, there's just this explosion as the water splashes against the far wall 50 feet away from you. And the two Ragnars are blasted in this back by this thunderous explosion. And you see both of them kind of bend forward violently, almost inhumanly. They buckle a little and they stand firm. It is AJ. Oh, sorry, Nate. Bonus action.
Bonus action. I'm just going to give. I'm going to give AJ Bardic Inspiration because I never do that. Why not? Twiddly dee.
I mean, you always give Bardic Inspiration. You just never give it to AJ.
It's fair. I'll sheathe my weapon and then in that same movement, bop it back out and attack 3 times again. Does what am I doing? Plus 8. So 14, 16, and 24.
24 will hit.
So that is D6 plus 4, 6 damage.
To the one you originally attacked.
The original one.
UG.
Seeing that it's not working all that well, I'm going to action surge. And I'm going to use Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on one of those rolls. I'll start with that one, just in case. 19 plus 8. Yeah, that's
going to hit.
So that's one of them. And then the other two. A natural 20 and 21.
So all will hit. You automatically do 6 damage.
Yes. So that's 3 and then 6 damage. 28 damage as I sheathed my blade and then using it as a sort of bludgeoning staff, which makes sense if this is a longsword sort of flavored as a katana, because I think you can attack with the sheath. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bludge.
Never say that again.
Bludge. Because I got a grudge.
Yeah, it is that thing, AJ, recognizing what your last action did, and with the pain in your arm, like very, very fresh in your mind, seeing the other Ragnar with its gaze locked on Nate, you sheath your katana, and in that same moment, kind of just yank it from the belt, and you, as if it was a club or just a heavy quarterstaff, you wallop it with all you have. The first couple he's able to deflect, but something in you snaps. It's that cocky, shit-eating grin on his face that he's not lost. Neither of them have lost. He is full sure he's going to beat you. Mm-hmm. And something about what he said, finding the Empress and her daughter, resonates. And everything kind of just goes white, and you're not sure if it's the ringing from Nate's shatter or what, but there is just a piercing sound in your ears as you flail with your sheathed sword against Ragnar. His first hand goes up to block and it snaps. It actually twists violently. You jab and wallop him across the head and the neck. You see him almost turn, and in that his arm just wobbles and twists back as he flicks it out, and you see he stands strong, holding himself up.
I could keep cutting you down and splitting you in two, but I want you to feel all of this and all second wind and stand up strong and heal myself. Or, that's pretty good, 18 HP.
Yeah, recover 18 HP as you see the wounds close up on your arms. Oh, excellent. I like it when it's drawn out. And it is Hephaest.
This is all becoming very sexy.
Shut up, Clodagh.
Soft core.
Is there still the image of Kyle in the goo?
It's there, but it's not holding that image.
Yeah, okay. I think she kind of spots that and stares at it for a minute, and while there's a very quick urge to not hurt that, there's that reminder that no, he betrayed us in some way, like something there was not right, and she throws burning hands at the goo. So that's a dex save. Can I spend 3 sorcery points and it rolls at disadvantage?
You can. 10.
Okay, so it takes the full 11 damage.
Yeah, as I said, there is that hesitation of, I can't, there's some part of you that, I mean, if he's there, if he's alive, and he's not alive. Temperance told you he's not alive. And you know what? Fuck that guy anyway. He turned his back on the tarot. He turned his back on you. And the flames come at your hands, and there is just this black and blue. And then they are a brilliant golden color. They are red and they are fiery yellow as it surges out. And you see the obelisk actually recoil, and it actually tries to split itself, twisting as the flame singes and burns at it. And just this rotting stench off of it as it falls back. Where before the lightning had caused it to harden and stiffen, just lumps and clots of it fall to the ground, steaming. It has kind of folded back on one of the two of the stairs, still within range of you, but it just did not like that.
Oh, and my table.
Yes.
2. Whew.
Okay. And it was 11 damage as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect. The Ragnars, which is kind of a cute way. It's like, oh, look at them. There are 2 Ragnars.
I keep, in my head, it keeps playing the Trogdor song. It's like, Ragnar!
I just keep thinking of Vikings.
Yeah.
From the show Vikings?
Yeah.
I know. I watched it.
I doubt this guy's is hot. I'm assuming he's hot. I haven't actually watched Vikings. I just know the point of the show is that they're all hot.
Yes.
That's the whole point of the
That's
show.
the whole point of the show.
Yeah, what is it?
Am I wrong? Exactly.
Nate, 25 to hit.
Fucking hell, man. Yeah.
13 damage. As the scythe again just lashes down, and the other Ragnar kind of looks to himself, and you see his eyes shut for a moment, and there's a faint glow off of, we'll say, the cloned Ragnar, as he casts Mass Healing Word. He recovers health. Other Ragnar recovers health, and the Obelix recover health.
Fuck.
Original Ragnar holds a hand out, and kind of just in front of him, his cloned version, a second scythe appears as he casts Spiritual Weapon. And that, AJ, swings back towards you. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Takes 17 slashing damage.
Yowza.
Meow.
So that was his
69.
action. When you cast a spell, you can. Oh, that was just his bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, he himself then is going to with a maul on his side, he can pull it from his belt, and he's going to. No, that's not going to hit. That's a 10 to hit. Yeah, he goes to kind of swat at you, AJ, but as the side buries itself into your back, where he swings, you've already kind of half stumbled, and it's a second too late where he swings as you kind of narrowly avoid the head of his maul. That is the Ragnar's. Obelix, I believe, goes next. And Hephaest, he's not happy.
Why?
Let me just recover.
What happened, little dude? Why are you so upset?
Oh, actually, I was supposed to make
No,
3
thanks.
attacks. I was actually supposed to make 3 attacks on you.
No, thank you.
3 attacks. That's my thing.
Ugh. Okay. What I'm going to do, I not wanted it. Oh, actually,
Well, there's a face journey happening.
there's a face journey happening. And what I am going to do is I'm going to roll that second. That's the first attack. Oh my God, he rolled 2 nat 1s for the one attack. For the one attack.
That's fine.
So he has another attack. And because of the nat 1, normally I'd be like, I'll give you a free action. What I'm actually going to do is it will not use its third thing
Okay.
this time. For now.
Because they just stop and it's going, idiot, fucking idiot.
Ben, what are you doing here?
12 or 24 to hit. The 12 doesn't hit.
No.
I thought you were going to, it does. I'm like, oh yeah.
No.
Don't make that face at me.
It used to.
Yeah.
So I think I'm still just like in that mode.
Yeah, it probably does. You do see kind of it lashes out with these like tentacles, but they're kind of still seeing the flames kind of at the edges of your fingers. It is frightened. So when it swats, it's not even close. And you do see that face take shape again. And then it winces in fear, and it retreats inside the Obelix. Nate.
I am going to look at the second Ragnar, the one that's summoned the spiritual weapon next to me. And I'm going to cast Command, and I'm going to say Dispel.
Ooh.
Nice.
And that's a wisdom save of 17.
Oh, fuck me. I rolled another nat 1.
They both dispel.
No, they don't.
Dispel? How do they spell it?
You see it struggle.
Dispel.
His face contorts a little. I don't mean in that sense of like he grimaces. I mean the visage, the structure actually twists, and the scythe vanishes. Bonus action.
I'm going to move up next to AJ.
You can jump from where you are because you're still on top of the stairs.
Yeah. Oh, I have to jump down.
That's 20. There's 20 feet drop down. You can go down past Hephaest, but you would take an attack of opportunity from the Obelix.
I thought you were going to say from Hephaest.
Sorry,
We'll see how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were the opposite.
Sorry, force the habit.
I'll chance it. Yeah.
The attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. You'll get close enough, kind of where the Obelix was when it came out of the pool. So that's to be kind of about 10 feet between you, AJ, and the Ragnars. Nate, you spill past Hephaest, and you kind of, it's that kind of like, are you okay? Are you okay? Without saying each other, it's that sort of like nod of, are you okay? The Obelix is terrified of her. You do see like some weird faces and bones, and it's like, oh, no. It kind of half lunges at you, but it still sees the weird thing that it's frightened of with flames in her hands.
She's like, stop it.
Bad.
So am I within 5 feet of
You're within 10 feet.
10 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
AJ.
As I'm attacking, I'm going to try goad. This isn't a mechanic. I'm just going to say, as these attacks are happening, it must upset you so much that the three of us outsmarted you. But then again, when you went undercover in the Temple of Brogue, you didn't even think to look up anything about them. You're such an idiot. And I attack 3 times. Does a natural 1's not going to hit.
Oh, yay.
Oh, no.
One of them's a natural 1. But 18 and 10.
The 18 will hit, the 10 will not.
Can I use Bardic Inspiration on my attack rolls?
I think on any
Yeah.
roll.
You can
On
use it
any
on the
roll.
attack roll, just not the damage.
1d.
10 plus 5, a 15?
Does not hit.
No.
No.
Worth a shot. So the 18 hit, that was only, I rolled 3 1s on D6. So bad. Right, less smack talk, more action. That's only 5 damage. And then the natural 1.
It is that thing you swat with the first, you miss as he kind of turns his back now against the shoulder of the other Ragnar, jab forward with the sheath. And it's that thing of, as you do, you kind of just flick your wrist and you catch him right into the ribs. There's a thwack sound. And as you go to pull back, he grabs your hand, and with his free hand, he swings down with his maul to hit you. Dirty 20 to hit
Yeah.
for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And it does hit, the maul cracks down into your shoulder, AJ. As you poke at him. It's interesting how the ones who make the most noise are often the emptiest of vessels, isn't it? Hephaest.
Yeah, she just wants to see this hunk of ooze dead. So she's going to just keep pushing forward at it and hit it with a scorching ray this time. So more fire. It doesn't like that. That is 21 to hit. 9 plus 6, 15 plus 5 is 20.
It's not looking so... I mean, it's still up. It's still moving, but it's not great. It's not looking wonderful. With again, it's that thing of, with the remaining fire at your hands, you kind of bring it up over your head, pulling your hands apart. There is just now this orb of red hot, it looks like molten metal, and flames and sparks hiss and flick from it as 3 sharp rays just erupt. They dive straight at it, and each takes a different angle as they bend in straight lines, filling the space around it, striking the Elder Obelix in 3 different places. It lets out this warbled scream. It is wet. It is horrendous. It is monstrous. It is agony. It is hundreds of voices screaming out for release. Bonus action.
No, but by way of movement, I'm wondering, and I might not be able to do this because this also kind of requires it to do something, but as I'm attacking it, can I be trying to like push it back and push forward myself?
You'd physically have to shove it
fine.
back. And you also need to give me a swirling emotion roll.
That's right, Jesus. Natural 20. That's the only fucking nat 20.
You know what? No, I don't care. Okay. Give me a roll of a D10.
4.
Okay. As you hear those screams, you see the room, and it's quite a large space, and you see the steam twisting and disappearing up into the dark of the cavern below, burning off of the waterfall that cascades. The fire, the flames, they're brilliantly bright. They are this scorching red, this tempestuous gold. Sekhmet's flames. And the emotions swell inside you. And you you find for a moment in that thought, this isn't where your story stops. This isn't it. It can't be it. Your self-awareness gives you a better handle on your casting. As the confidence that Sekhmet just seemed to walk around with filters through you. For the next minute, all spells now have a casting time of a bonus action. Ragnar's turn. The scythe that was at AJ's back is going to spin towards you, Nate, keeping you at bay.
God damn it. Can't get rid of these goddamn sides.
Coming at me from all sides.
No, a 17 doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
It swings at you, but it's like, oh, and you kind of half bend out of the way. It's sort of like almost hopping on one foot. It's like, fool me once, cut me twice. something, not 3 times. It just slices through the air around you. Ragnar, the original one, still holding where he has you. Think it's a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
DC 17.
DC 17. That's all right. Okay. I do have advantage on wisdom saving throws. So close. Wait, saving throw. Oh my gosh. Read your sheet. Oh no, it's the same number. Oh no. 16.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have...
Before you finish that sentence, I have a thing called Indomitable. I can reroll a saving throw that I fail. That was one different 17.
17 on the dot. Nice.
His arm tightens around you as you see his eyes go from this brilliant gold and like flecks of like almost like emerald green in them to just black as he attempts to cast Bestow Curse upon you. You pull away and the magic doesn't connect as something within you stirs and you find just this aura of protection just kind of prevents it from the magic holding. Other Ragnar, he goes to grab you, you pull away as he goes to cast Inflict Wounds upon you, and then immediately seeing, like as he goes to grab, magic doesn't connect, the energies expend. He then casts Toll the Dead.
Okay. 17 again.
Yes, yeah.
And 18.
Neither of his magic seems to connect or phase, and the other, like the original Ragnar, kind of like shoots him a look, and they both kind of lock eyes. And the Oblex in that, again, absolutely terrified Hephaest. It's that thing of, it's frightened of you, it needs to get rid of you, and 2 of these tentacles swing out. One what's its reach on that? So if it can reach an 8, one will hit an 8.
Damn it.
It's a reach of 10 feet. Yeah, he'll hit you. So it's a +7. I rolled another nat 1.
Wow.
Dings off my codpiece.
You can take a swing with your short sword,
Yeah, why not?
and then if that's the other one's going to go for you. Okay, that's an 18. Or another nat 1.
Wow.
Jesus. Okay, no. Bye. No.
Does 23 hit?
Hate this stupid show.
Oh, and that's 15 damage.
Oh.
You can abba lick my balls.
15 damage. And Hephaest, you have another action on it again. Again, it would have to be sickle.
That's fine. Yeah, just slash.
Or a cantrip. A sickle or a cantrip will do.
Oh, I can cantrip?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, just say it.
No. So as it's swinging at me, I want to like catch it and shocking grasp.
Okay.
That's okay, because that's a 21.
This game isn't fun.
And that's another 15 damage for me too.
I now need you, Hephaest, to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 18.
No thanks. She's not that wise. 23.
That's fine.
She's wiser than I thought.
I was going to do the cruelest. You know, like a thing bubbles up inside. You're like, Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's evil. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not because you didn't. There's a moment where you hold on, Hephaest, and you just see Ivan just swat it with this tiny sword. Like he just, as he does that, you just, it's not even that you grab it. It's just like, oh, it glances off you and immediately the magic surges as Shocking Grasp erupts. You feel this weird energy off of it. Like there's just this wave of emotion. But as the electricity courses through it, the like tentacle-like arm just kind of wobbles back, and you see now that where it was this 9 foot tall kind of mass, it's barely standing at 5 foot. It's kind of falling in on itself. It's not heaving up as much. It is Nate.
I'll move in close to AJ just so he's under my aura of protection. For the crack, have another go at Shatter again, sort of on a space, sort of behind them, but sort of hitting them. Do you know what I mean? The sphere is centered behind them, but they're still within that 10-foot sphere.
You were so close. It was a 16 for first Ragnar, 22 for the second Ragnar.
Can I, as a reaction, use cutting words on the one that saved?
No, you can't. DM, I DM'd it. I'm the GM. Yeah, of course you can.
That's a 6. So they subtract 6 from their roll.
Yeah, done.
So they both get hit for that. 12 damage each.
Okay. They're both looking a little more worse for wear than when it first started out. And you can even sense it between the two. The moment, Nate, that you because you see the other one kind of turn, he senses the magic. Your cutting words like whispered in his ear, like a heckle. It second guesses itself, and there's just this eruption of shatter behind them both. And again, this time when it hits, you do see that their clothes solidify. It's that thing of, if you blasted putty with enough force to just splats out, that happens. It's almost kind of stretched outwards. Clodagh, we go back to that explosive blast, and Bobo is standing there. That's really strange.
What?
I don't think... I'm not saying we're not in danger, Clodagh, but... And the door kind of closes. You have to go now.
Yeah, you have to come with me.
I'm staying with Kappa.
How do we find you again then?
There's a whispered, you hear just kind of a breath escaping from Kappa. I know. He moves to the wall and he presses on a couple of small kind of stones, and then a rune glows. You remember his words?
Yep.
Clodagh.
I don't know what they mean though.
Then sing them, and a door opens. Along the back wall next to where Kappa is, just this, again, it's a small stone door that kind of just slides. You follow that passageway. They're heading to the swirly whirly.
Thank you, Bobo.
She just takes off down the corridor.
Goodbye, Clodagh.
Bye.
And you just hear the grumbling of stone. It is just this pitch dark passageway. The walls are smooth. The floor underfoot is made of polished stone. You hear your feet clacking against it. It just echoes around you. And there is just this swirling, tumultuous onslaught of water roaring overhead. And your feet can't carry you fast enough. And there's just this surge of wind behind you, Clodagh, as you come spilling out over this chasm. And below you, you can see just this water cascading again from somewhere up above you down. And about 60 feet below, you see Nate, Hephaest, AJ, two brother Ragnars, and this gloop locked in a fight. You don't see signs of any of the other survivors,
Who's
rebels.
closest to me?
They're 60 feet below you.
Oh. Can I tell that they're fighting the Ragnars?
Again, you're watching kind of as they lunge and swipe at each other. Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to roll initiative?
You're going to come at the end of this is where it's that thing of like you've been running this entire through this sort of labyrinthine tunnel,
Okay.
and it's that thing of like you were kind of going around and up, whereas the others were going down and around. You were going up and around, so your paths have kind of met, but you're coming in at the end of Nate at this point. So all those rounds that have passed, you had been running up to this point.
Okay.
So it's your action.
Taking quick stock of the situation, she's going to see the three enemies. Can she determine which is the real Ragnar?
Not from here. They look, the thing is, from what you can see, they look identical.
Okay. She's just going to cast Guiding Bolt at whichever one is nearest to her.
There's one closest to AJ, if that's the one.
Yeah. 21 to hit. And that's 14 damage.
And the next attack against it has advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any bonus action?
Who's next after me?
AJ.
Who looks the most unhealthy right now?
Probably AJ.
60 feet away, it's like...
I'm going to attack fucking 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, actually, she's just gonna send her bardic inspiration to Nate.
Okay. What does your, like, again, Nate, you just hear your name kind of sung up above, and they're kind of half hanging over a ledge. You see Clodagh just kind of peering down as this blade of light just whizzes around the swirly whirly and
You
strikes.
named this.
I know I did.
I love it.
And it slams into Ragnar. He is glowing, and then he just lets out this kind of like guttural up at you as he hisses at Clodagh. AJ, it is your turn.
Hi.
I know it's late. I know we're tired. I have a couple of questions. As a DM,
Hey, everybody, it's late and we're all tired.
And she was waiting outside.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Does she want to come in, Sam? Because
Yeah.
otherwise she's sitting out in the car.
I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben can ask his
I
questions.
can ask some questions. Yeah. I'll wait for the things. In the DM's guide, there's optional rules about disarming, where I make an attack and then the person uses acrobatics or athletics to like contest it. Is that a rule? It is an optional DM rule, so I didn't want to like fling it on you.
No, I've used disarm stuff before.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to try use the sheath of my sword to pop was it a mace?
Yes, a maul.
A maul out of Ragnar's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do it with advantage. So you're trying to beat with athletics or acrobatics. 22.
Okay. That's a 9.
Now here's where it gets tricky.
Oh boy.
I'd like to catch it and use my 2 other attacks to hit him with it.
Stop hitting yourself.
Like pop, cut, bam, bam.
So you catch him on the wrist. He's expecting another kind of hit. He doesn't think you'll go for his left hand. You catch him in the wrist, and the pain courses through, and the maul swings out up over. You reach up, grab it. You can now make an attack roll with it.
Nice. I don't know any of its bonuses, and I got a 2. Worth it.
Okay, you got to get used to it.
You swing it down with the weight of it.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting it, and you go wide as he kind of half steps around now, just with his claws.
Yeah.
Hephaest.
With what just happened with the table, does that mean if a spell is a bonus action, I get to cast 2 spells?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, she really just wants this thing out of her fucking face, and she wants to get into the real fight. And looking at it just like falling apart and all burnt and gross, she's just going to cast Burning Hands down the stairs again and just try to wipe it out.
Okay.
So that's a Dex 14 save.
15.
No. Okay, so it takes half of 12, so it takes 6.
6. Okay.
But she's just going to do it again. She's just going to keep pushing at it.
And that's a 22.
Okay, so half of 14, 7.
Okay.
So she's just like, and then it's
Again,
fine,
that's-
and she just
yeah, it's-
fires again.
Hands out, there is just this wave of flames from you, and you see it sort of recoil. And when the flames diminish, it sort of resurges, and you're like, it's not done. And a second flurry of fire just straight from your hands envelops it. It is kind of, again, if it was 5 foot before, now it's barely 4, as it's kind of almost melting into the ground, and you just see it's losing any sense of cohesion to itself. Ragnar, with his claws, I'm starting to enjoy this, but I am needed elsewhere. And he holds just one hand out over the water as he casts Control Water. And a whirlpool starts to swirl. And that 3 feet of water that we've all been standing in, you're all drawn towards it. No, you're 60 feet in the air, lady.
I'm still on the stairs, actually, so I'm not in it either.
You're not in either, lady. Yeah, so I need Ivan and AJ to give me an athletics check against my spell save, which is 17.
Ooh. Nope. Got an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nate knows how to swim, right?
I've got disadvantage.
4.
You are immediately both kind of pulled into the swirly whirly, like kind of the drama of it's gone. You get like lifted off your feet, just that surge of energy from this swirling mass of water. Actually, I think the obelisk will need to give one as well. It fails. It is also pulled in towards the swirly whirly. Nice. But the clone Ragnar holds firm, like he braces himself. Ragnar, the moon shadow, kind of looking at this sort of wave of energy, is just walloping all around you, allows himself to be drawn towards the middle of the vortex. And you see his shape kind of shift, and there is just this amorphous creature, no distinguishing facial features or character about it. His voice wobbles as he speaks.
The Tarot are watching. We will wait.
And it is pulled into the vortex, and you see Ragnar, this gelatinous ooze, just sunk straight down. You can use your action to try swim away from the vortex, by the way, just as a thing, but you'll have a disadvantage on your checks to do so. Other Ragnar is, well, again, it's kind of, I think he's going to toll the dead. So AJ, give me a wisdom save.
Sure thing.
+4.
Nice.
If we're still 5 feet.
Yeah, stupid swirly whirly.
One of them is an 18 plus 4 plus 2, so 24.
That's fine. You're no longer within reach of him, but he casts his energy outwards, and there is just this ringing of a bell, but it goes quiet. The obelisk has been pulled into the drink. It is going to try and resist.
It's a total wipeout.
It's going to try and resist. Fuck me, it actually does. Barely, but it does. It kind of surges forward, and Hephaest, you just see 2 hands claw on the edge of the wall as more of it is kind of pulled into this swirling vortex. It's faster and more violent than it was before Ragnar, or after Ragnar cast his energy into it. It is trying to pull itself forward, and you just see Kyle's face forming within the obelisk. That's its action. It is Ivan.
Right, so there's one Ragnar left. And
One Ragnar left, and the obelisk is barely holding on.
But I'm not within reach of...
You're getting sucked into the...
Yeah. So I'm just going to make 2 sword attacks, I think, just because why not? At Ragnar. So first one is it's not going to hit. It's a 9, and the next one is a 14. Oh, I'll use my bardic inspiration for the second one. Sorry, because I have that +6.
That'll hit.
And then that's going to be +5, 13 damage.
You slash out with your short sword, and as your blade cuts into him, you see the two Ragnars form again.
God damn it.
And there's now 2, but it was 13 damage.
Yes.
Okay. There's 2 of them standing there again, and it's not going to go until its next turn. But as this thing splits, the illusion of the tabaxi, the form of it, the hair is now just one. It's that sort of, it's getting very pixelated. Like it's not as clean, as clear as it used to be.
Low res.
Yeah, even the eyes are now just a block of color as opposed to any sort of detail. It's holding some of the shape, but not particularly well. Any bonus actions, Nate?
Do you know what? Seeing as that was my first hit, I'm going to fucking throw out some smites. Can I do that? Yeah. So,
Smite that bitch.
Smite the motherfucker. So we'll do Thunder Smite. So an additional 6 damage.
Okay, and that's on the first one.
That would have come with the initial hit.
Yes, yeah, that's fine. It is that thing. There is just this wallop of thunder as you.
It also must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
No, that's
Nice.
important.
Yeah.
You know,
strength
This
saving.
whirly whirly.
Yes, against 17.
21.
Gosh darn it. Cutting words reaction. So I'll just roll a d8. It's great to be a bard, isn't it? -2.
19.
Nah. Oh well. Worth a shot.
It is you wallop out with with your short sword, Nate, and as you do, there is just this crack of thunder. You see the Ragnar blob clone just kind of fold and split outwards, and as it does, and that thunder wallops into it, its claws hold fast on the ground. The water is just brushed around either side of it as it holds on. I just realized you were in the drink and needed to swim away from it.
I'll do that now.
That's fine. No, because give me a strength saving throw.
God damn it. It's one of my worst ones.
Here to be a 17.
But just for clarification's sake, that's fine, it doesn't matter. Whatever, 2.
Oh, no.
Okay. So it's that thing of like you pull yourself forward, fighting against the currents of the whirlpool, and you lunge at Ragnar's clone, and then as the energy expels from you, you are just pulled right back, and it's even over the wall of the well into the vortex. Take 5 bludgeoning damage as you are walloped against the walls. It is Clodagh. You see Nate sucked into the vortex in this whirly. There's 1 Ragnar's vanished, 2 still stand, and the Obelix is in the vortex, or is in the pool. AJ's in the pool, and Hephaest is still on the stairs.
Quick, have you had a life vest?
No. Can I have a wisdom saving throw, please?
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Actually, no, I still have to roll because he takes half damage.
What are you doing?
Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
Big ugly blob.
Yeah, what's your dissonant? What are you saying to it?
Follow your master.
Your whispers reverberate around this space. You all hear them, and then they go deathly quiet, and you just see Hephaest, the twisted visage of what might have looked like Kyle at once if this thing was able to hold itself together, recoil and twist in agony. Its hands are clinging as hard as it possibly can. It is... Any bonus actions, Clodagh?
No.
Okay. AJ, you have to make a
Yes.
athletics to...
Not fall in the drink. You got it. I kind of use my action to like swim away to like get advantage.
That's what you're
this is-
using your action to not get pulled into it.
No worries. Athletics. 5. You would think he'd have pluses to athletics. He
I was
doesn't.
gonna say.
No. 0.
You are also pulled into the vortex. 5. You also take 6 damage as you are pulled down, and it's that thing of you gasp for air, and then you are walloped into the wall. You bang into Nate as well. It is Hephaest.
So this Ooze is still barely hanging on.
Ooze is hanging on. There's 2
They're in
Ragnars. Nate and AJ are in the water, and Clodagh is up above you.
I can't help you guys. Sorry about it. Okay, she's gonna do a really dramatic, like she's fucking sick of this stupid Ooze, and we're gonna do a Lion King, and she's gonna touch the thing as it's holding on and cast Shocking Grasp on its hands
Okay.
to just try and get it to let go and go down down in there. So that is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Yeah, and that is another 14 damage.
You reach out. It's almost like and you do see it's almost like reaching up to you, as if it there's a memory in it, and it knows you as a friend. It remembers you, and your hands take it, and lightning crackles out of you, and the whole thing just melts. It doesn't just fall down the drink. The shape, the fingers, the arms, the wrist, it's just ooze in your hands, and you see just this liquid swirl around the vortex, and it's gone. You have defeated the Elder Oblix. It is
Nice.
any bonus actions?
Oh, I got nothing to save these guys.
You still have your
Double spells.
double spell.
I know, but nothing I have is going to do anything for you guys.
Yeah, but there's the 2 Ragnars still up,
Yeah.
and you're the only one that...
We were going to run away from them.
that whole...
Are they near each other, actually?
They're right beside each other.
Okay, that's fine.
It's the joys of cloning from yourself.
Okay.
Gloop.
If they're close enough to each other, then we're going to Burning Hands at the both of them, because it's a cone,
Yeah,
so
there
it
you
should
go.
hit both. So it's a dex 14 each.
10 for the first one.
Okay.
What'd you get, Declan?
13.
Ooh.
Oh, poor guys. It's 17 damage each.
You... As lightning crackles from your hands and you watch the Oblix, there is that moment of like, no, you're not crying for this thing. And you fix your gaze. You see Nate and Ivan in the water, but you fix your gaze on the 2 Ragnars who have both turned to face you. And just with this, your hands up and outwards, just this brilliant cone of flame. And Clodagh, you can see it. It swallows the 2 Ragnars, and they are engulfed in red and golden flames. And when the spell dissipates, there is nothing of them left, as you have defeated 2 of Ragnar of the Moon's Shadows splits.
Nice.
Nailed it.
For the sake of expediency, I think it's fair to say we're all fucking exhausted. That was really fucking long combat. Louise, you're editing this one as well.
You guys get flushed.
Aren't you glad I didn't just attack, and I put a flourish on everything, lengthening the combat?
Clodagh, you somehow, there's a small path that you had passed that you head down it. And again, it's stone stairs carved into it. And this should lead you, like if the path winds the way it's going, this should lead you towards the swirly whirly where the others are. And Hephaest, as you are like, you plunge your hands in, you're like, for God's gee, you feel the magic waning from this, but it's still rushing water. You manage as Nate, like, it's not the first time he's been tossed into or out of a ship and into swirling waves. Clings on. You're like, oh, he's fine. He can see breathing. You grab AJ by the scruff and you just hoist him out of the well, and gasping for air, bruised and broken, the three of you lie panting and exhausted, having come face to face with a member of the Tarot. Clodagh, you come down that winding staircase and there are these small little houses. These are the houses that Hephaest and AJ had said. Mm-hmm. This is where everybody is. Right? But there's no sign of the survivors. The rebels. And as you search and you fling open doors, you step around, at the end of a corridor, you just see small card glinting. A tarot card. Temperance. With Clodagh crying out, AJ finding the strength, you head up the stairwell, mold earth, and you see the sailor woman kind of on her knees wailing, clutching a golden card. The rebels are gone. Temperance is gone. There's only one way out of here, and with nothing else to go on, you muster the strength. Gathering yourselves, you head through the passageway, the biting wind snapping at you. And there's just silence. Silence and the wind. Until eventually, as you come around a bend, there is just a crack of light. And the wind screams down at you. And it cuts into your bones. And AJ, you catch a familiar scent. Blue pine. Fresh snow. Winter berries. You find yourselves on the edge of the Dragon's Back Mountains. Galeshire City to your back. And that is where we'll leave this episode. You've been listening to Romancing the Dungeon with Amber, Sam, Ben, Eilish, and me, Declan, your Dungeon Master. As always, big thank you to Steve Tynan and Abby Soiree for our theme song, Fight for Each Other. Podcast title card artwork is by Dahi C Designs. I'm just going to say it. This episode took a long time to edit. Like, longer than normal. There was... Yeah, you can clearly hear by the end how tired we all are, and just where we're like, just end the episode. We've been recording all day long, so all of the episodes you heard were recorded over the last kind of, let's say 4 episodes. We're all done in one go. So yeah, we learned the lesson the hard way again to not do that, but. It was a lot of fun to play. It was a lot of fun and challenge to edit. I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna go into a big editing rant. I will say though, the Crit Awards 2025 are open for nominations, and if you'd like to nominate Romancing the Dungeon, any of our players, me as the DM, any of our NPCs, or any of the other D8 Dungeon shows that we have, we would really, really appreciate that. I know I've been harping on about it for a long time, but if you're listening to this on Spotify, leave us a comment. If you're listening to this on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Tell a friend. Leave a review. It takes a couple of minutes, and we'd be really, really appreciative of it. Check us out on all social media platforms at D8 Dungeon. And okay, I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to take a break from editing. Bye. Mind yourselves.
If they're missing, Then at least they're not dead bodies.
No crime.
Mm-hmm. No crime.
That's not what
Isn't
I
that right,
meant.
AJ? We just blow them all to pieces.
That isn't what I meant, but okay.
That's the creed of the Temple of Rogue. That's all you have to say.
Woo.
Oh my gosh.
Hey
That
guys.
motherfucker.
Hey guys. Hephaest took 0 damage.
Yay!
And killed all of the people you couldn't kill.
Look, she has to have one.
Enjoy
It's the
it.
last one I'll have. Yeah, no, for sure.